townships within it. Many African American men and women come together to create, occupy, and govern their own communities from the time period of 1865 to 1920. African Americans created more than 50 towns again in Oklahoma, and some still prevalent to the 21st century. We created a cohesive, look at my 5 minutes. They created a cohesive, prosperous form of communities that could support businesses, schools, churches, and eventually foreign towns. Many entrepreneurs in the community started with every imaginable kind of businesses, including newspapers. In the towns of African Americans that lived free from prejudice and brutality found in racial mixed communities of the Midwest and the South, African Americans in Oklahoma and Indian territories created their own communities for many reasons. So we see that all these black settlements had many advantages of being able to depend on its neighbors for financial assistance, which means other black communities, and having open markets for crops. Arthur Tolson, who was a pioneering historian of blacks in Oklahoma, asserted that many African Americans had turned to the ideologies of economic advancement, self-help, and racial solidarity. I'm going to give you quick 5. There is many, but I'm going to give you quicker the 5 that most are known. Then I'm done, really. The 5 of them, in 1738, we have the very first at Fort Most, was in St. Augustine of the United States. That was the first black settlement. Rosewood, which we all heard or seen the movie about, read about, it was established in 1870. It was a site which was considered the worst race riot in U.S. history until that time, by 1915. On New Year's Day in 1923, a young white woman claimed that a black man had sexually assaulted her. Rosewood was destroyed by a band of white men searching for the alleged suspect. The number of those who was killed is still unknown to this day. The Scenic Village in New York, which was now in Central Park, had over 264 black residents from 1825 to 1857. The 5 Point District was another black community which we know today is Wall Street, and that was from 1830 to 1860. And then we deal with Greenwood, Oklahoma, and that was what they call Black Wall Street. And that was the same happened today in May of 1921, where a young white woman had said that a black man had raped her, and I didn't even know that was 2 years apart. Wow. In the same scenario. And again, they destroyed a whole black community in one day. So basically, what I have learned in looking at these 5 places, most people consider math to be the perfect truth. So it should be very easy to fix this problem. When you have a complex number, you simply, to simplify the equation means first to remove the common factors to simplify the problem.